Hello and welcome fans and friends, my name is 8-Bit Ben, and today I'm going to talk about something I didn't think I was going to get around to ever having to talk about. But, for the past couple of years, my main console has been the Nintendo Wii U, as I pretty much made obvious in this channel. I've always been playing the Wii U since I got it, since I got the Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker HD bundle, and I've had a lot of fun with the console, but there's always been a major issue with the console, and that is the internal, well, not internal storage, that's fine, but the external storage just does not stay consistent. Sometimes it just stops working altogether, and it even stops me from even transferring the files to the internal storage, and this means that I basically have to wipe the external hard drive. And so basically the external hard drive wasn't working out for me. I actually should have tried a Y cable with it, but maybe even then it will still have problems at a later date. I tried an SDHC card through a USB adapter, and that worked fine for a good while. It actually worked better for a good while, and one day it just stopped working, and there's just little slight markings on the SD card. I don't know if that's a problem, but it doesn't look like anything major that would stop the SD card from reading through that little adapter and loading the games as I start up the Wii U, like it usually does. But this has happened to me about probably 4 times, and even if all games on the console are gold, mentally you shouldn't have to repeat a game 4 times, 3 times, even 2 times, unless you really enjoy it. And you know, I've gone through all the way through like Star Fox Zero, Super Mario 3D World, hours and hours of Smash Bros. Lost, all stuff like that, like Mario Kart 8, hours and hours and hours lost, because I cannot retrieve all that data now. And this was the main, to me this is the main problem with the Wii U, the console itself, was the memory. And memory is so crucial to a console that if you don't have enough internal memory, it's just not going to you know, operate well. Whenever you have lots of games, you'll have to make sacrifices with deleting certain files, and that makes it feel less appealing to play as well. I'm sure we've all gone through it in life where you've used something, you've lost all the memory on it, but this is the only console I've had that problem with. You know, the Wii U is the only console. I have basically every other Nintendo console except for like the Virtual Boy and the NES and SNES. I have the Retron 5, which replaces the SNES and NES, and you know, none of those consoles had problems, and this is why I prefer cartridges over discs, is because the memory is stored on the game itself. You can bring it to your friend's house, play it at your friend's house if he has the same console. And it's a good direction that Nintendo's going in with the Nintendo Switch, because it uses cartridges instead of discs, and to me cartridges are far superior after the N64 era, because back then it was not superior, but nowadays we can store more memory on a cartridge than on a disc, and like by so many times. And this means we can also make games look better graphically. There's more space for files to do with graphics and processing and stuff like that. But I've heard rumors that the Switch is not that powerful, and I'm hoping that the games look at least half decent. From what I've seen, they look really good, round about the Wii U standards, and I'm happy enough with that sort of, you know, graphical capability, but it is behind the times, and Nintendo needs to get with the times, along with Nvidia. They're using an older Nvidia chip from what I've heard, and why does Nintendo keep on doing this? They keep on crippling themselves with like using older technology when everyone is using current technology And Nintendo's always the best at utilizing old technology, but basically the whole point of this video is just to kind of let you guys know that I am not going to bother with the Wii U anymore as my main console. It's going to go the way of the Wii, where I play it rarely if I feel like it, because I kind of just given up on the console, and I'm gonna have to do something like play one game at a time and then probably just sell that game, because I have too many games to play, you know, and it's hard to focus one at a time. And I'm probably going to try to sell a good chunk of my games by next year. Yeah. Sometimes it's worth holding on to games like Nintendo games because they've got their own value, but that's the only reason to really keep them sometimes. If you enjoyed this video, if you haven't come across this channel before, I do encourage you to subscribe and to like and to comment. So yeah, I'm going to end with my usual quote. Like, comment and subscribe, but only do that if you want to.